Okay, what is the one thing that pretty much every single person on this planet is after? Yeah, it's happiness. But what if I told you that most of us are running after it in completely the wrong direction? Today, we're going to dig into one of life's biggest questions, and we might just find an answer that completely changes how you see things. So let's just jump right in with our first big thought for today. Let's call it the #happiness crisis. I mean, think about it for a second. We're constantly bombarded with messages to find your joy, chase your bliss, but for so many of us, that whole chase just feels, well, frantic and like it never ends. Are we actually running towards something real, or is it just this beautiful mirage that vanishes the closer we get? So, where does all this confusion come from? Well, it really boils down to a fundamental mix-up. We've been taught, almost by accident, to treat two totally different ideas, pleasure and meaning, as if they're the same thing. But they are not even close. And in this explainer, we are going to draw a very sharp, very clear line right between them. All right, first up, let's put pleasure under the microscope. To really understand what's going on, we have to kind of dissect it, see what it's actually made of.
So what is pleasure really? It's that immediate kick of feeling good. You know the feeling, the taste of an incredible meal, the thrill of a great movie, that little buzz you get from a new purchase. It's temporary, it's sensory, and its whole philosophy is basically, I want it and I want it right now.
Let's really profile this feeling. Okay, so it's nature. It's a flash in the pan. It comes and it goes. Its source is almost always outside of you. It's stuff, its experiences, its sensations. And here's the real kicker. While it's nice, for sure, it doesn't build long-term happiness. In fact, if you chase it too hard, you end up on this kind of hamster wheel, this cycle of just wanting more and more that can, ironically, leave you feeling even more empty. Now, let's switch gears and look at its counterpart. See, if pleasure is like a fleeting spark, meaning is something you build, brick by brick. It's not something you just stumble upon, it's something you construct. So, welcome to the architecture of meaning. Meaning is a completely different animal. It is not a momentary high. It's a deep, abiding sense of purpose. And it comes from committing yourself to something bigger than just you, a project you truly believe in, building deep relationships, living by your core values. This is where you find a profound satisfaction that a simple pleasure just can't touch. So what does the profile of meaning look like? Well, its nature is deep and it's durable, kind of like the roots of a giant oak tree. Its source isn't external, it's internal. It comes from your actions, your commitments, your character. And the effect? Well, this is the very bedrock of real sustainable well-being. It's the lighthouse that gives your whole life a direction. All right, we've seen them in their separate corners. Now it is time for the main event. Let's ring that bell for our #Decisive comparison. This is where the difference between them becomes absolutely undeniable. Let's break down this tale of the tape, okay? First up, value. Pleasure is awesome for the moment. It's a quick win, but meaning? That gives your entire life a deeper value. Next, continuity. Pleasure is like a shooting star. It's all about the present, and then poof, it's gone. Meaning is your North Star. It's always there, providing stability for the long haul. And finally, the impact. And this right here is the knockout punch. Chasing pleasure too hard can literally lead to unhappiness, but a life built on meaning? That is the most reliable path to true, lasting fulfillment. It's not even a contest. So after that showdown, what's the final verdict? Well, here's the twist. This is not about saying pleasure is bad and meaning is good. No, not at all. The real point of all this is to give you the clarity to make a conscious, powerful choice about the kind of life you actually want to build for yourself. If you only remember one single thing from our time together today, let it be this. Pleasure is a sparkler. It's brilliant, it's wonderful, and then it's gone in a moment. But meaning is the foundation. It is the solid ground you can build your entire life upon. And that brings us to our final and most important thought. #the decision is yours. Now that you see the difference, now that you get their unique roles, the real question isn't which one is better. The real question is, in which will you invest your life? And that choice, my friends, is all yours.